early. Welcome in. I'm waiting to see if anybody is up before we get started. I'm going to play the intro a little bit more. Let's go.
It'll make you feel it in your soul.
Got a body so sweet. When you're vibing with me, let's go on a retreat. Somewhere we can chat, keep the mood on repeat. We can do it low key. We ain't getting no sleep. Girl, we staying up. You whisper like a record, babe.
All right. Well, good morning. Welcome in. Anyone watch catch the replay, welcome in. I just want to say this. My second channel, I'm trying to find another way for y'all to have to interact with me. I do have Kick, I have Patreon, and I have TikTok. So if we have to go live on them places, that is fine. But I'm might not be going live like that on YouTube, even though we have a schedule. I'm not with it. You know, people can get on here, harass and be naked and keep their channel. So it's just a FYI. If y'all let me know if y'all can get the Kick, however, we will do that. But I will not be on YouTube. Okay, so let's talk about the David case. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So David is a singer. Okay, he is a singer. He went viral. His name is David Anthony Burke. Now, David Anthony Burke, it's a lot starting to come out about this case, which is very crazy. David Anthony Burke is 21 years old. He dated Celeste and she was shy of 13 years old. Now, Celeste came up missing, as we covered before, and, you know, he was a person of interest, and she was dismembered. So what we're starting to find out is that David, who is now arrested and facing death, unaliving penalty charge, he basically, it's a lot starting to come out about him. So he wrote a song about her. He had a concert and the song released 4 months after that. Good morning. And then on top of that, this man has been dating this young girl. He has put her on lives. He has had her lie and say she's 18, but people are saying no, she's actually like 14 to 16 years old. David been capping, and he said that he broke up he wrote a song about this girl, and the reason why, you know, he don't talk to her no more because they're not together anymore. But come to find out, David unalived her. So we're going to go with some clips because I had covered this before, but now everything is coming out, and this is crazy.
As confirmed by this private investigator, clearly stating that he has proof of an ongoing illegal relationship with another minor at the exact same time this was ongoing with Celeste. This proof includes a statement from the minor and dozens of photos that include the minor and David. Yes, law enforcement is already aware of the relationship. I'm also aware of a third minor. I thought David having an illegal relationship with Celeste and a second minor was already crazy, but we have a third minor? Private investigator has the same question as me, saying why charges are not being filed for this pattern of abuse against minors is beyond logic to me. Honestly, there's most likely going to be even more victims. That was literally stated by the court themselves that they found 40 terabytes worth of evidence found in David's computer. So there's definitely going to be a lot of files and videos of him doing some very questionable things. A lot of these victims are just clips of them being together. Because at this point, I'm not surprised how much of a creep this guy was, especially the way he laid out every single piece of information in his music, because he was literally speaking the truth. We have a third minor? It turns out that Celeste wasn't the only victim of David, as confirmed by this private investigator, clearly stating that he has proof of an ongoing illegal relationship with another minor at the exact same time this was ongoing with Celeste. This proof includes a statement from the minor and dozens of photos that include the minor and David. Yes, law enforcement is already aware of the relationship. I'm also aware of a third minor. I thought David having an illegal relationship with Celeste and
Shout out to God Cameron. Now, he was basically saying that there is actually a third minor that David has been dealing with. There's a lot that's coming out about David. David also, there are clips to where he did interviews, and he was stating on the interview that, you know, he don't talk to the girl no more. Not only that, he was also stating a lot of different things, and he was also stating that after before the girl came up missing, and she was already passed 4 months ago. So the DA reveals David was allegedly sexually abusing Celeste Rivas as of September 2023, when she was barely 13 years old, and there was a significant amount of child porn in his iPhone. Medical examiners also shared what left of Celeste's body, dismembered body, which weighed 71 pounds.
David. They were in court, preliminary hearing, and the prosecution said that there was a significant amount of child pornography on David's iPhone. Now, the hearing today was all about the evidence that the DA's team has managed to build, and the defense wants to see it. They say that David is innocent of the charges, that he did not murder 14-year-old Celeste. But every time there's a hearing, we're learning more about this case, and the DA says that David was sexually abusing Celeste as of September 2023, when she was barely 13 years old, just after she had turned 12. Now, they have another hearing scheduled for later this month, which means that if the judge says, hey, we move forward with the preliminary case, the DA is going to have to produce some of the evidence. That will become public. We will know much more exactly about the prosecution, what kind of evidence the prosecution has, maybe witnesses that they have been talking to. And
what's crazy is he unalived this girl when she was 14. Her body was found on her 15th birthday. I also was hearing that she was a runaway. I also was hearing that her family knew, and people are calling for the family to be arrested as well.
And what the allegations are specifically. But again, the defense maintains that they are pushing for a speedy trial, pushing for the prosecution to give them what they have, because they believe the evidence will not hold up in trial. Also, they have been angling for bail because at this point, David is being held without any bail.
Authorities have released the cause of death for Celeste Rivas Hernandez following the singer David being charged with first-degree murder in this case. The medical examiner's report reveals that Celeste died as a result of, quote, multiple penetrating injuries. At a hearing this morning, the Los Angeles County deputy stated that a cell phone owned by David has, quote, significant amounts of child pornography. It was announced that there will be a status hearing on April 29th, then a preliminary hearing on May 1st. Yesterday, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner released their 26-page report with some redactions regarding the death of 14-year-old Celeste. We do want to give a trigger warning in advance of the following information in the
This is a trigger warning. Trigger warning, y'all. This is a trigger warning.
This video. The medical examiner's report reveals that Celeste's body had two, quote, penetrating wounds of the torso, one being on her right abdomen that penetrated her liver and the other on the left side of her chest. Her body also had, quote, dismemberment of the upper and lower extremities, and she weighed 71 pounds. The report concludes that the injuries were due to, quote, objects, and that the authorities have released the cause of death for Celeste Rivas Hernandez following the singer David.
Hold on, y'all.
Authorities found multiple, quote, skin defects and that the body has gone through, quote, severe post-mortem changes. The cause and manner of death was determined on December 9th, 2025, according to the LA County Medical Examiner press release. On Monday, the LA District Attorney and police chief spoke at a press conference to provide an update on the arrest of 21-year-old born David Anthony Burke, and the investigation surrounding Celeste. At the press conference, the DA revealed that David was being charged for first-degree murder with special circumstances. The special circumstances included lying in wait, committing the crime for financial gain, and murdering a witness in an investigation. Additional charges were listed out fully in a press release put out by the LA County's DA office, which included use of deadly weapon, unlawful mutilation of human remains, and continuous sexual abuse of a child. That latter offense dates back to September 7th, 2023. As more information comes out surrounding this situation, we here at Complex will keep you up to date. As always, thanks for watching.
Okay, so she had a tattoo with his name on it. This is the autopsy report of what happened as of here. Her left finger and pinky was amputated. But the body diagram showed that her right pointer finger with the shush tattoo was attacked. She still had that finger still intact to her hand. Said that her head was partially skeletalized with an absent left eye, and the body was badly decomposed. So it shows here where the wounds were. It's showing here that she did not have that present. It also showed that there was some changes to her face and her skull and body parts. So this is sad. So a reminder that David released an animated music video of him unaliving Celeste in the video 2 years before he unalived her. And we finna go into his alter ego, who they are specifically saying that he uses to blame for everything. Is someone called Tommy or something like that. And Autonomy is his alter ego that he uses to, for such things like this, where he says he takes over some crazy ass shit. We're gonna get into that. So it says the evidence keep piling up. Not only does this animation depict a young girl, that's exactly how she was, who looks eerily similar to Celeste, who was unalive with a sharp instrument. It also depicts her dismembered. That's premeditated. Okay. The prosecutor Celeste, 21-year-old singer, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, killed 14-year-old Celeste Rivera Hernandez to prevent her from exposing their illegal actual relationship and damaging his music career. So that's also sad too, because when he did an interview about it, he said, yeah, I was with this girl and she tried to damage my career. We finna get into that because he's a weirdo. And then, you got his family sitting here speaking up for him, taking up for him, taking highly of him. So I'm going to play this next one on TikTok, child.
A confession. And in David's case, it's really
Let
no
me
different.
replay it, okay?
You are like a little on the
Now somebody say I don't remember him sounding this bad on this song. They are really digging in that ass, okay? I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
nose, don't you think?
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it.
Honey, they finna play this in court. I don't give a damn what y'all say. This song is finna be subpoenaed in that goddamn courthouse. This is going to court. This entire thing is going to court. Hey, Terry, this is going to court.
If you've been following the many cases of rappers and entertainers on trial, you already know they rap and they sing about everything. And the question is always the same. Is this art or is it a confession? And in David's case, it's really no different. In 2022, California passed a law that says your lyrics generally cannot be used against you in court. And the idea is really simple. Art is art, and it doesn't always reflect reality. If you sing about going to Paris, it doesn't mean that you've ever...
Now, the reason why California passed this law was because around the time that Young Thug and all the rappers, Thank You, Terry, was basically saying that, hey, we getting in trouble for our lyrics. They're trying to sit here and subpoena us and do a racketeering charge, which you don't have to have a proof when you do racketeering. So now that happened, it was like, listen, we got to put a stop to this because some people are saying this and that, but this might be able to be taken to court because there is proof that he did unalive her.
Even been to Paris. But there is an exception to the rule I just gave you, and that is if those lyrics are basically a blueprint, an arrow pointing to the crime and spelling out exactly how you did it. In that case, a judge is probably going to be inclined to let the lyrics in. The LAPD police chief just confirmed.
Could his lyrics and his songs be even a factor in a trial like this?
Oh, it'll be certainly introduced, I'm sure, and that's something that that will get attention during the trial, and we'll see how that plays itself out. It'd be speculative for me to say anything at this point about how that will look.
A judge, not a jury, will have to make that call. I mean, I think it's safe to say the lyrics and the imagery are like,
I loved you before I existed, and I love you even when.
So hold on.
See, you Celeste.
Let me play this. To They Hate Jehovah, which he has a TikTok page. Now, he was basically saying Celeste audio was played from a voicemail that he used at a concert. And she was already unalived.
Telling me David purposely used Celeste Reese's voice in his song? So you're telling me David purposely used Celeste Reese's voice in his song? Footage of David's Wither tour has come out, and he would always open up concerts with Celeste Reese's monologue.
Have you ever heard of the invisible string theory?
Oh yeah.
Exactly that. So basically, we met because we were supposed to meet.
Okay.
And we're connected because we're supposed to be connected. It's kind of like that, I loved you before I existed, and I love you even when I die.
Word.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's weird, it's strange, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
So don't leave me.
No, you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
I already know there's going to be people in the comments saying, oh, that doesn't sound like Celeste at all. Just listen to this clip.
That is Celeste, and he's going to play a clip, and he would use that as an intro to his concerts.
From one of David's streams.
Is your immediate?
I personally don't.
Wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which one? Which one?
That sounds exactly like her, just with a little bit of auto-tune, which we know David loves to use. And the worst thing is that there was an interview where David was saying that the Withered album, which this song is a part of, is all about his personal love life and the things that he's gone through, which genuinely sickens me because a lot of David's stuff is all storyboarded by him. So this part of the monologue,
I loved you before I existed, and I love you even when I die.
is most likely script written by David, so Celeste would say it. So you're telling me David purposely used Celeste Reese's voice in his song right in front of our eyes, because this is one of
real conversation now.
Okay, I'm gonna play this interview. He said, I had a girl in my life, but she tried to ruin my career. She had to vanish. I miss her though.
Happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like,
he's talking about Celeste, who was at the intro of that song.
people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song. But there's also that kind of pause where they can take every song in by itself and then have this kind of visual landscape in this interlude to kind of be in my head, in my mindset, and why I wrote the project like this and how everything went, just to like keep them even more interested and connected throughout the project, for sure.
At the end of the interlude, correct me if I'm wrong here, she says, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't respond. She says, I love you again. It repeats itself and you don't respond. Was that done purposely?
Absolutely, because the next song after that is This Really Love? So it's kind of like a lead into that kind of a transition type thing, you know?
I believe the last time you were here, didn't you say you never experienced love or hadn't been in love? You didn't?
Yeah, I wasn't in a relationship then. Real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like, people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song. But there's also that kind.
He was dealing with this girl for a while. This girl was at his house. She was really at his house. She was always at his house. So I don't know why he's saying it could be separate, but you sat here and, I mean, it's a lot coming out, and I'm finna play it. There's a video with Celeste with orange hair color as well. And he also is wearing her scarf. Yep. People are believing. Oh, I thought y'all could hear it. My bad, y'all. Let me replay this. What? Shout out to the Jam Pod. I gotta remember that
Trigger warning. And
StreamYard that I'm on. I have to add it and keep adding it. Because on my other one, I don't have to do all of that. So they believe that he lured her. She went missing. He's going to tell you April 5th, I think April 4th or April 5th of 2024. She was found April 23rd, 2025. Now, I want to remind you that he lured her in. I'm going to play it.
amputated left ring and pinky finger, severely decomposed body. Her head was partially skeletalized, and the left eye was not there.
Left her there that long. In your, I'm struggling because oh my God.
So April 5th, you went missing.
April 5th of 2024, she went missing.
And then wait.
April
2025, she was alive.
April 5th of 2024, she went missing. April 23rd of 2025 was the last time she was seen alive.
Okay, that was the last time she was seen alive. April 23rd of 2025. That was last year. So my question is, how long did he have her in the car in that heat? So that means that he lured her, and this is my thinking, to his home, kept her there, unalived her, as they said, at the home, because as I said before in my previous lives, they were investigating his home, they were looking into his home, they were looking for evidence, and found evidence. Okay.
So she was missing for a whole year, nigga. And keep in mind, this entire time, he's been with this underage person.
Yeah.
Going on different streams.
Yes,
going to different people. The fact that he's going around all of these people and nobody's saying nothing. Let's just say she's like, oh yeah, I'm actually 18. You can look in, you can tell the difference between an 18-year-old and a 13, 14.
Hey, also too,
niggas,
hey, he was streaming and her age got leaked and he was like, mods delete.
Yes, it did. It was on TikTok. I'm gonna find that. He was streaming. He was like, yo, delete that. He was saying like, delete that. And she was like, why? I'm not a guys. Like, I'm 18. Like, she kept trying to cover it at first. I'm 18, but then it was other stuff coming out that she was like, if people really find out his age, like she was hinting stuff about if people really find out the age, because remind you, she is a teenager. This is a grown behind man.
He did. He literally, it was on stream. It was literally on stream.
September 8th, her body was discovered in the trunk of the Tesla registered to him. April 5th of 2024, she goes missing. Poof. Nobody knows where she at. April 23rd of 2025, last time she's seen alive. May 5th was probably according to the coroner report. She was dismembered around May 5th. September is when they found the body. September in California. So you're going through a hot boiling car just sitting there with a dead body in the trunk. Eventually he got arrested.
A maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. 3 sets of charges that have been brought. The first-degree murder with special circumstances. And again, those special circumstances are lying in wait. That Celeste went to Mr. Burke's home on the night of April 23rd, 2025, as alleged in the complaint, at his invitation, was not heard from again. The second is a special circumstance being that this murder was committed for financial gain. As the evidence will show in court, the financial gain was for Mr. Burke to maintain his very lucrative musical career that Celeste was threatening. The third charge is murdering a witness to an investigation. In this particular case, as the evidence will come out in court, the witness to the investigation was Celeste.
Let me get into what the
So it was Celeste. And there were people around him. And what's crazy is there were people around him. His friend was also arrested. Child. And then you got his family coming on here talking about they stand by him. I know y'all do. I know y'all do. He was hanging with Benny Blanco when this happened. Just so y'all know, this a video of David is the exact day he unalived Celeste. They're also saying that he had an incinerator in his home. Exactly. And so his brother disowned him and he was dropped from his label in Fortnite, allegedly. Let me let you hear it.
Song with Kali Uchis, but now his song with Laufey and Damiano David, like pretty much anything with his name on, has released as well. I made a video about that a while ago. The newest updates is that we're really just seeing like the fallout in the situation, not only with the industry, but with his own family. Like David's little brother posted a story on Instagram saying that all P words and R worders need to unalive. Now, I'm no detective, but kind of given the situation, it's probably his brother saying, like, yeah, like I completely disavow David. Also, the music industry is cutting ties with David. Like a couple of songs had already been taken down, like his song with Kali Uchis, but now his song with Laufey and Damiano David, like pretty much anything with his name on it's getting taken down. To my knowledge, his solo music is still available for streaming, but his label Interscope has dropped him as of him getting arrested for this crime. Also, his merch in Fortnite is now available to be refunded, right? So anybody with David skins or like axes, I guess, can get their money back for it. Again, I don't know if you already had those digital items, if they're going to be taken away from you. Probably, though, if I had to guess. And then he has a song in Arcane, you know, the TV show on Netflix. It's kind of difficult to go back and change a song for something like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go that extra mile. This is just a PR nightmare to anybody that's ever worked with him. And I kind of raised this idea in my head that any David merchandise or memorabilia is now going to be like gold in like the true crime after seller market. Like when I made my
I also gonna say this because I noticed his songs was used on Facebook, and you know Facebook is a little slow to certain things. They just, like I said, I feel like with social media, they're a little slow to when it comes to identifying things. But basically there were songs being used, and I don't think the songs will be on it on more on the platforms. Like if you want to use this song, or if you want to put it on there, like when I talked about this case and said I'll be talking about it, I used the song because I wanted y'all to get what he was saying. But I think it will stay up because they're going to be using this in the trial. So a lot of the stuff that he has, some animated videos and all of that, will be used. I want to show y'all this live stream that this girl was in. I don't show this multiple times, but I'm gonna show it again. So Celeste was there. This is her in here.
Personally don't.
Media
I personally don't.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of
Really good.
Okay,
It's
bye.
been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah, mwah,
Now,
mwah,
someone said
mwah.
David
Oh
and
my!
Celeste
Delete
island
everything.
trip.
Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything. Media.
I personally.
In that, someone said David and Celeste island trip. Exactly. Let me see if I can find some more of this live stream that she was on with him. There's plenty of it. So David has been hanging around a lot of young girls as a people. Hey. Okay. So
of photo shoots specifically for a lot of artists, parties, events. And right here, you took a photo of one of David's parties. But if you notice, both of the girls that David is holding are both of the Celeste. We know this because one of them is tagged. Look at the facial features. Both of them look exactly the same. Celeste Herrera being in the left and Celeste Rivas being in the right. I already know people are going to be like, oh, the girl on the right isn't Celeste Rivas because she has straight hair and blue hair. Let's pull up a photo of Celeste Rivas right beside herself. Just look at how well everything aligns. Matching pupils, matching eyebrows, matching nose structures, matching lip shape.
Yeah.
She just has lip gloss right here, but it's literally the same shape. And plus, if you're someone who's running away, you want to look unrecognizable. So of course you're going to apply makeup to yourself. Of course you're going to change your hair. And of course you're going to have huge glasses to hide your appearance. Now, why would David want to tag one of the Celestes? So people would say that this is the girl that they would consistently always talk about because that's the one of age. But she's basically irrelevant in the whole David case because the only reason David used Celeste Herrera is to mask the fact that he was with Celeste Rivas. Brainwashing is.
He not lying. He not lying. He not lying because when people start finding out that girl age, yeah.
Fans into thinking that Celeste Herrera is the girl that David consistently always keeps on talking in his.
I think if you ask me, Celeste was going to expose David for dealing with her at underage. A lot of people believe that she probably was with child. I don't know. I don't think so. She probably was. I don't know. But I do know that I feel like a lot of people, and I agree with that, she was finna leave David and she was finna tell on David and say the situation because he said, oh, she was going to ruin my career. And I believe that that's what she was going to tell. And he didn't want his career ruined. But my thing is, who told you to mess with a young girl? Pick her up from her home. Some days she missed school, some days she didn't. The teacher was saying, yeah, she missed some days of school. She did this, she did that. So my question is, I mean, let's be clear on that.
On IG post because you would consistently post her, but there was never a confirmed relationship between them. She was just there for show, so fans would associate her as David's partner and not Celeste Rivas because she was of course a minor, thus why they have similar facial features. So David would be able to bring on Celeste Rivas to his streams and stuff like that, and people would think it was Celeste Herrera the whole time, as confirmed by private investigators, which is why Celeste Herrera is irrelevant in the whole case. She was just a tool or a prop, you could say. So David could openly have a relationship with Celeste Rivas without
absolutely
having anybody question it. So you're telling me David has Celeste Herrera and Celeste Rivas in the same photo?
And I agree that it was without question. And then those are her shoes. He was cleaning the video. It's still on his page. They're showing clips of the pictures and everything. Everybody telling myself that's not the same Celeste that's on stream. Yes, it is. The girl went missing. That is her. I don't know why people are trying to take up for him. That is her. Okay, I'm going to play this video without the sound. They saying that he uploaded this song to YouTube the day after her birthday, by the way. He uploaded it to YouTube. And we're going to go into some pictures. Them are pictures of him and her. She had a purse hiding her face. She's hiding her face. People saying this not her, but this is an edit picture. He is, exactly. He is. He sure is. David crying while performing Afterlife makes so much sense. Now, let me see if I can find that. He was literally crying. So, someone broke this down, and I'm finna read it about the video Rehab. So it's a theory 8, and someone said in the music video for Rehab, David's self-made evil alter ego Into Me, that's his name, fatally attacks a girl who shares similarities with the young girl he just been charged with unaliving. This video is extremely unsettling because as the knife wound is a similar area to the autopsy of the victim, this lying in wait charge is making a lot of sense. The cover art shares a white rose which represents innocence being held by 3 hands that contain the falling petals. The rose appears to be covered in blood, and this makes it seem that it was intended to show the innocent had been severely attacked. The thorns also seem to appear in the arms within the reference to his popular EP Petals of Thorns, which I talked about in a previous theory. You can't separate the art from the artist. Now that's Green Eyes. He ain't got no context. I'm just saying. Let me see. Shout out to Simply Duck. They've been breaking this whole thing down, and they even broke down the theory as well. They made this channel. His brother is on IG. Detective Steve Fisher confirmed that Celeste Rivera did have tattoos of David's name in the ring brought by David, and these are the 2 fingers that went missing from her autopsy. The tattoo on the other hand, and that helped identifying her. And that is him being waited for. That is where they found her body in the car. Detective Steve Fish believed that David had helped with many other people will go down with him. His brother said this is his brother. He said, period. Even your own brother hates you. And that's what he stated. Someone said the user tried to expose him. He said, drop the one. Hold on. He did a Discord. And the person said, drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivera Hernandez. So he was on Discord at one point with Celeste. Yeah, 2 fingers missing. In Discord with Celeste. And he was on there, and this person was calling it out. He was trying to expose them the whole time. So we finna go to that because so it says, fan of David. Who are you telling me? David is Tree Hugger 496. I want to tell everyone about how David is a pedo. Do y'all know David like kids? And they are cutting David's second verse. This the girl. So this person kept saying she came back home in March and then went missing again in April. And someone saying you aren't giving any proof. That's all I'm going to think. And then they popped up with the proof. Now there is some live streams about them, but we'll get to that later. This is the video he released of romantic homicide on September 7th, 2022, the same day as her 12th birthday. First-degree murder with special circumstances of lying in wait, financial gain, murder of a witness, continuing essay of a child, mutilation of human remains, use of a deadly weapon, lewd and lascivious acts with a minor. Steve Fisher case believes that the transaction will come out in the trial that makes some people look very bad. This video was taken in the area that Celeste Rivas was found was alive. The two people David seems to be handing a bag full of money to are minors. Detective Steve Fisher declared that there are people who were fighting for Celeste. David Steve Fisher believes that the prosecution relied on circumstances of the witness statements rather than physical evidence throughout the trial. This is likely due to the lack of DNA evidence linking. So that was why they took so long to arrest him, because they was looking for DNA evidence. Yes, he did. They were looking for DNA evidence, and it took forever to find it. A lot of people said that it's sickening. So as you see here, this is what it says. I can't see it. Something with the intensive premeditation, with the changes in her face. She had hardware present, shutter defect, and her thighs was still there. Her fingers were going, so they showed that she was missing fingers. It also showed her heels and all of that stuff. Like, they did a full body autopsy. She had multiple defects on her body. So it looks like, and I'm sorry, hey Shanta, I'm sorry it's going to sound a little graphic, but it looks like she was dismembered down at this part of her body, at half of her body. That's what it looks like. Crazy work. And she had multiple lacerations in her hands where she was fighting him off. She was trying to fight him off with whatever he was using. She had cuts on her hands as well because she was trying to keep him from doing something to her. This is crazy work. All right, so I'm going to tell you a timeline of what David was doing around the time Celeste murdered had been released. So you have prosecutors allege Celeste Rivas arrived at the evening of April 23rd at David's rental Hollywood Hills home and was last heard from on or above this date. Now, this timeline shows his activity from April 21st to May 22nd, 2025. So he also had the Withered World Tour tickets into pre-sale. And then he put on TikTok, your prayers have been answered, it's finally here. And then on the 24th, it was the sale of the Withered tickets for this concert. Fortnite players will get a refund for the David cosmetic they have purchased. And that is a court sketch of him in court.
The forest. I remember the last time a YouTuber went to the forest. Hey, Logan Paul, hey, my boy. Yeah, surgery will probably give me mental problems. I already got them. Give me more.
Yes.
I already electrocuted. I'm trying to get electrocuted. I think that's the best way to go out. Electric chair. Yeah, where we going?
So this man talking about the best way for him to go is through the a chair. If anything, he already knew he was finna get tied up in some crap. He knew it. And he got a sister. Oh my God. That just makes it worse. That just makes it worse. So they knew that she was spotted at his concert on August 23rd. And she was there before she went missing. Let me show y'all. She was there before she went missing of 2024. She was there in August. And what they were saying was he brought Celeste Hera to look like Celeste Rivera, so he don't get charged. Because if you remember, he was under investigation. Yes, dark stuff. Yes. So when he was under investigation and he went to tour, everybody thought Celeste was alive. That was not Celeste Rivera. That is Celeste Herrera. And someone in the comment was saying that's Herrera. That's not the Celeste, that because Celeste was already passed by August. Already by May, she was already gone and found in September. He used a decoy of the girl that was 23 to make it look like it was her. But then when I look at this, it does look like her a little bit to me, but then it's far away, which he was trying to make it seem like that wasn't her. That, oh yeah, she's alive. She probably just missing. But ain't nobody reported nothing yet on the girl at all. So obviously you knew that this girl was missing and you decided to find someone similar. So now there are videos and things surfacing. Yeah, he was into dark stuff. So this is them at the mall. Old pics of David and Celeste looking at Hello Kitty merch in 2024. Yeah. I'm trying to find his live stream with them together, because those live streams tell everything you need to know. He tells them delete everything, and I'm gonna tell you why. So on this particular video, he was on what it was, Discord. And the reason why he say no, wait, because somebody say she's underage.
Celeste on stream.
Oh, look at answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer.
Which one? Who's with every big family? Oh, thank you, Mitochondria.
I gotta sound with him if you even. You need to delete this.
Nas, can we delete all VODs and then as soon as the stream too?
Oh, David
no! Media
I personally don't.
Yo, I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah.
Somehow this keeps getting worse and worse. Watch these clips of Celeste on a stream with David and what she says.
I don't think. No.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah.
So he's kind of joking, saying whatever they're talking about is controversial. And she, seemingly off topic, says so is raping kids. And he's kind of trying to play it off, but this is his reaction.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
She's laughing at the comments.
Can we delete everything? You
Delete
done for,
everything.
bro? Y'all are not done?
Look at the
Now
bottom.
you gonna Epstein?
Pretty clear what happened. She said something she wasn't supposed to. He starts panicking and asking them to delete everything. Unfortunately, the internet is forever. Now, why would she say that? Keep in mind, she was a kid, probably 13 in this video, and she was groomed. Now, she's a very smart girl from everything I've seen, so she probably knew in a way deep down that this was wrong. What he was doing to her is wrong, and this is a way of her micro resisting. It's a subtle way that the victim kind of pushes back. Kind of off topic, but that's also part of the reason why I believe that his motive for killing her is because she was trying to leave him and was going to tell somebody. But that's just my opinion. But also, to me, this just shows even further that he 100% knew that what he was doing was wrong. It was. Somehow this keeps getting worse and worse. Watch these clips of Celeste on a stream with David and what she says.
We don't.
All right. So it does get worse.
In a way, Nikki, who are you?
This is not her, but I think this is the same girl that showed up to his concert and he freaked out.
Please come home before.
He walking around with these girls that look like her trying to throw people off. It's crazy work to me. It's crazy work to me. That is crazy. So he performs Afterlife and started crying. Yes, she shouldn't have been around him at all. She probably, I'm going to find it because somebody got it when he was freaked out. People said that he sung this song twice. And I want y'all to hear the words to this.
What I can as I try to pretend something else is making me cry when you cross the line. I love you from left.
Yeah.
I love you.
Let me tell y'all why this nigga was crying. Let me tell you why this nigga was crying. Let me tell you why this nigga was crying. This man was crying because he knew his ass was going to motherfucking jail. He knew it was over. He is never going to set foot on stage again. He already know they're going to give him the unlivened penalty. So now he wanted his message not just to Celeste, but to his fans that if he do leave this world, he still's going to love them forever. Because he knew his time was coming. That motherfucker knew he was going to jail. He performed it twice. Twice. He knew he fucked up. He messed up. So now I'm going to love everybody to the afterlife. He already know. It was, oh, I love her. And I seen her, like he say, oh, I seen the light go from her eyes. He going to love her because it hurt to see her go. But at the same time, he really telling his fans, hey, couple of months, I'm going to be gone, baby. I'm done for. This is the first and last concert you will ever get from me. You will never get another concert from me like this again ever in your life. That was another thing that he did. Now, this is what tripped me out, honey. He had that concert. He had a meet and greet. And the look on his face when he saw her, look at this.
Look of shock on D4VD's face when he saw a fan who looked exactly like Celeste Rivas. Many fans thought he was just moved by their enthusiasm, but in hindsight, it looked more like fear, driven by extreme guilt. At that moment, he had already planned 3 things to delay his imprisonment. First, he used non-stop tours to create the illusion of career success. In the year since Celeste disappeared, he didn't hide. He worked even harder, scheduling global concerts to build a protective layer of rising stardom, making police think someone with such a bright future wouldn't risk destroying it. That is, until he saw a fan who looked just like Celeste, he panicked, thinking she had come back to life. Second, he deliberately generated massive amounts of digital junk to slow down the investigation. Knowing police must follow legal procedures, he scattered over 40 terabytes of data across different phones, computers, and cloud accounts, including an iCloud account containing 8 terabytes of illegal.
Honey, he saw that girl. Look at his face. Look at his face. Yeah, he said what he was telling what he did to her. Look at his face, y'all. Look at his face. He like, looking like, bitch, what the fuck? He looking, Like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. He trying to hide it on his face like, bitch, I thought I killed you. Like, what you doing walking towards me? Girl, I thought you were gone. You walking towards me. What the hell is this? He was about to poop his pants. He was about to sit here and cry. He was like, oh, yeah. Look how he looking. Child. Baby, he was scared. And then in romantic homicide, this is what it says. I ghosted Celeste and left our memories in the back of my Tesla. I sure hope nobody finds out. That's in romantic homicide. Let me go look this up. Somebody said she was that's another thing that's going to get him. Let me go to it. He has a song called Celeste. And it's the lyrics. Yes, Shanta is on the other one. I connected the other one in my kick. I'm gonna be on here. I wasn't gonna post tomorrow, but because I'm trying to get y'all to come to my kick, and because I can't, it's not like I can't be on YouTube. I just won't be monetized until July 1st on the main channel. I was gonna just start from kick, and try to get everyone over there, but I just have to stream from YouTube and kick on both channels. So hold on. It says, baby, baby, I love you. So this is what it's like not to need weed to get me high. Let me get this out the way. This is a song called Celeste. I love it when you hold me, when you cry. Just because be my Valentine. I want to make Cupid suicide. I like how they highlighted some of the important stuff. I love you so much. I love you so much. Darling, I would love to erase your mind, but you only open up when you get high. If I had money, I'd buy us time just to get by, just to stay high. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell like her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh, Celeste. Afraid you'll only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress because I love you so much. I love you. He's sick. That is a sick motherfucker. He cries again the third time performing the afterlife. Exactly. The third time performing Afterlife. He performed it, what it called? Good Morning. He performed this song with just a guitar. Yeah, very sick. Creepy after what we know. David cries performing Afterlife 2 days. This one is 2 days after her death. That was 2 days after he killed Celeste. I know they say on or about April 23rd, but we're watching some of these videos that were recorded a few days after or about April 23rd. It makes me feel like it was definitely the 23rd. I don't know what the hell he crying for. Like, he's literally breaking down. I'm gonna let y'all see it. He's literally breaking down. He could never perform. Yes, it is. He could never perform the full song. And I'm gonna let y'all see as the guitarist is playing, he's looking like, dude, are you okay? Like he's looking like you good. Watch, look. See how you looked at him like you straight, man? Like damn. Do you see the guitarist's face? He's looking like, I ain't know that song got you that emotional. Are you okay? Are you okay? He's looking like you good? You straight? Like you're teary-eyed. You're okay? He's sitting here breaking down on that stage crying. And that was the day or two after he unalived her. And he done cried it out. This man, it's been 6 months. He really, oh, that's a what you call it.
18 years old, and I'm going to talk about it. I submitted for the job via casting networks and I got casted. It was a 12-hour shoot, very low pay, non-union job. I met David's whole family. His whole family was there because he was a minor at the time. I was 18, he was 17. And when you're a minor working on set, you have to have your one guardian present, but his whole family was there. I met his younger sister, who is probably now around the same age as Celeste would be. And he has a younger brother as well. During the shoot, I played his girlfriend, and that was that. We followed each other on Instagram just for the sake of, oh, you shot with me for 12 hours. We might as well follow each other on Instagram. We honestly didn't really get along that well. I would say I'm pretty outgoing, and we just really didn't click. If anything, I felt like I was kind of bickering with him, but that's besides the point. The reason why I'm making this video is because I've gotten quite a few messages of people asking me if I have anything to do with this, if I know what's going on. And I just wanted to put an end to it. I do not associate with David by any means. I'm an actor. I literally have nothing to do with him. I did it for a job. I did it for a check. I didn't know who David was. I don't follow him on Instagram anymore. I'm going to remove him as a follower. And I think that he deserves even more than what's happening to him right now. He's a monster, and I do not associate with him by any means. I'm not making this video to make this about me. I'm making this video to put an end to my association with David. Like I said, I've been getting countless amount of messages, comments, stuff like that. I know this video is going to get the same thing, but at least I'm saying I don't associate with David, and all justice to Celeste Rivas and her family. I don't associate with David by any means. David Burke, I don't associate with you. And thanks for listening. Bye. Hey, everyone.
She specified that. She said, David Burke. Head no, she said, I'm not dealing with you at all. I'm not dealing. She said, no, not I. Head no. So let me play another one. Yeah, she said, let me make this clear, honey. Child, we now I also heard I'm finna play something that was said, but I wanna play how he had an incinerator in his house, and I'm gonna see if I can find that. Either.
August 27th, 2025. This picture was August 10th, 2025. Remember the eyes. What I'm about to show you is a video from April 30th, 2025 to the same song, Afterlife, and tell me what you notice. Like I said, the eyes never lie. What you've seen in the previous video is a man joking around and dancing haha and kikiing to an outro of a song that you catch him later on sobbing to. Do with it what you will.
Probably did.
You're digging in your butt.
Now that the news about David is out, I just want to piece this together real quick.
So she basically saying she don't believe that he said about anything. Now I'm going to play this because it was said that, you know, he had, I don't know how true this is. This is alleged, but I am going to play this for y'all.
We had purchased a burn cage, an incinerator, and it was at the house.
So that incinerator wasn't at the house before?
Well, you know, we found it at the house, but I mean, why do you have an incinerator and a chainsaw? You know, like, you don't need it at this house. It comes with all the yard people and stuff like that. You don't do any of your own maintenance, right? But why do you have an incinerator and a chainsaw? There's evidence, you know, that was left behind, like a SD card from a camera, photos of him and Celeste together, and so this is all stuff we passed on to and listen, I've met with the DA's office. There's been grand juries. I think that those transcripts they said yesterday will be released soon, and you know, so I think more of my statements will.
Actually, I'm so happy you brought up the grand jury.
David had purchased a burn cage, an incinerator, and it was at the house.
So that incinerator wasn't at the house before?
Well, you know, we found it at the house, but I mean, why do you have an incinerator and a chainsaw? You know, like, you don't need it at this house. It comes with all the yard people and stuff like that. You don't do any of your own.
Why do you need an incinerator? He's right. What do you need one for? I believe that's how her finger got, you know, going. What do you need one for? What do you need one for? He had a burn cage found in a burn cage. Steve Fisher said the burn cage was inside the California home where the singer, whose real name is David, was living, but it remained unopened. Burn cage can get up to 1,600 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 200 degrees hotter than the temperature required to burn human bones. It was not taken by authorities during a search warrant. And I remember saying that because when I first talked about this, they were saying that they were in the home and it looks like he wasn't there, and he was trying to believe, yes, they are illegal in the state of California. And he was going through there, and, you know, and from what I was, you know, from what I understood, they didn't take it, but they did see it. Yes. It took 6 months for them to get this stuff together because he would, okay. So the reason it took so long, because everybody's like, why it took so long? He went on tour. They went in the house, they did their warrant, but they said they believed somebody was hiding stuff from him because they had somebody move the stuff for him. And while he was on tour, which was suspicious. So what they did was they hired a P, which they can do. They hired a PI. They can't get to him. They can't get what they need. Let's get a PI. Let's get somebody who can go look at this. And they went with the detectives. Now, the thing is, like they said, he went on tour. He didn't want it to be traced back to him while he was on tour. Yeah, that's why he did that tour so quick. If you notice, he did it really, really quick. He started a tour really, really quick. And at first they said he wasn't going to do it, but he said, you know, if he corroborate and all this stuff. Now his spokesperson said, yeah, you know, David's cooperating with the officers. David wasn't cooperating with LAPD in the investigation. He wasn't cooperating with nobody at all. So he decided to set up these tour dates so they, you know what I'm saying? They can't question him, talk to him about it. He's out the country. He's gone. All this. Yeah. He knew what the fuck he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he doing. I'm going to see if I can find it was something about his parents. And that's what they said about him.
Over Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And well, duh, his dad is an attorney. And right at the start of this thing, David transferred his homes into his mother's name. David's parents say that they knew that this was a huge possibility that David was going to be arrested for this, but he still has their full support. The attorney for David's mom and dad also told TMZ that he does believe that David is going to be charged with the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and his mom and dad are ready to fly to LA to support him. One of the biggest pieces of information we learned from David's parents' lawyer talking to TMZ in these new statements is that David's parents have still not went and testified to the grand jury. Many of you may know David's mother, dad, and brother were all subpoenaed to go testify to this grand jury, and they were fighting it, and then they had the records sealed after all of the information came out about that grand jury. And we learned about Celeste Rivas Hernandez's condition, that she was dismembered, and also learned that David was the target in the grand jury investigation for premeditated murder. After all of those docs came out, because it's not necessarily something that you would ever see because the grand jury is secretive, they were able to seal the records on them fighting the subpoenas.
I think they sealed some of the records because she is an underage. She's not of age. When it's underage, they do seal them for a minute because she was underage. So I also think probably the daddy had them sealed. I mean, he's a lawyer. He can do that. That's just my opinion.
Left everybody wondering what happened, if they ever went and testified to this grand jury already, or if it was still in limbo. And now it's being confirmed that they never went, and they still plan on fighting the subpoena. They do not plan on going. This attorney told TMZ, quote, "If the district attorney needs to subpoena his parents, then they have no case. It's my opinion that they're only doing this for harassment purposes." And honestly, after learning where his parents stand, I do wonder if this is why David remained in LA, because a lot of people felt like he probably went back to Texas during this investigation, and it seems like that was never the case. I don't know, but y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. David's parents are speaking out saying that they are.
Child, some people are saying that
What are you saying, Dave Mack? What are you saying till we find out what the next step is going to be? The next step is an indictment. That's the next step. The long dead body of this little girl found in D4VD, David Anthony Burke's Tesla, found one day after she would have turned 15. She was just 13 years old, in the 7th grade, when her family reported her missing. She was with D4VD, and after that, they never said another word. Nothing.
Yes.
Where have they been all this time? Why are we the only...
This nigga from Houston, Texas. Y'all thought he was gonna come back to Houston, Texas with the shit that he just did in Houston? He knew not to come out here. He knew.
Ones banging the drum, demanding justice. Brian Fitzgibbons, this is very odd behavior on the parents' part. Never issuing a public plea, never thanking the LAPD for finding their girl, never demanding justice. I'd be laying on the front steps of the courthouse screaming for justice. Nothing. Radio silent. And now an indictment is set to go down, and they're what?
Yeah, it is.
What? Where are they?
Same as California.
Yeah, it's incomprehensible, the fact that there hasn't been a large outcry from her family. You know, that being said, there isn't a playbook for these scenarios, but it is a bizarre situation that the media has been standing up for her a lot more than the family.
Now, from my understanding, somebody posted this about her family, but from my understanding, the brother said something. But I'm going to let this play. So it says her parents begged the police for help and for help time and time again. They even raided his home, but he kept moving her to secret locations, which is true. That's why he has the luring charges, because remember, it is said she went missing in August, and the last time she was seen was, not August, April 5th of 2024. April 5th of 2024. She kept moving her, coloring her hair, and it was April 23rd, but the autopsy believed that she was unalived in May. Now, the parents said that, they kept saying, hey, they were saying we were making reports, and LAPD did nothing about it because they said that she was a willfully runaway. Now, it is also said that she went back home in March. He lured her back in April when she went missing. So she went missing. She went back home last year. He lured her back. Broken promises. And washed their hands of it, while everyone around him knew she was only 14 and helped hide her away. The system failed her, and so did every person who stayed silent. Her mother knew about David. David gave her money and they sold her. They threw her to the wolves, and David was her demise. Now, that's what I heard too, but then people are saying no. Like, they thought he was 18 or he was of age. Like, she would lie about his age, and then she disappeared and ran away. So that's what they knew. Why they ain't showing the comments? It stopped. But yeah, that's what they knew. But my thing is this. I think he put that out to the press that her parents knew.
Life with Dad. The first, note the release date.
Focused. But my dad forced me to do something, like, what's it called? Yeah, some kind of disciplinary outlet.
Growing up as a kid, I'm a martial artist, training martial arts for 20 plus years. So the same work ethic and discipline that I had growing up, I wanted to reinforce that in David and Caleb. I'm very proud in the fact that they.
Now I'm reading somebody say why they won't homeschool their kids. I say it's not homeschooling, it's the parents. I believe that this is the parents' fault, that this boy is like this. I'm gonna play this and I want y'all to hear. And I agree with the person in the comments. They say, nah, that's the parents' fault.
This may explain a few things.
I believe it because he said his dad made him do martial arts. He didn't ask him if that's what he wanted to do. He forced him. Them parents that like to force their kids to do something. Oh, well, you got to do it. I mean, either way it go, I want you to do it. That's just what it is. I believe that's what it was with his dad. His dad was an attorney. His mama, child, it's a lot coming out.
It's about David's family life with Dad. The first, note the release date.
Focused. But my dad forced me to do something.
Yeah.
Like, what's it called?
Him.
Yeah, some kind of disciplinary outlet.
Growing up as a kid, I'm a martial artist, training martial arts for 20 plus years. So the same work ethic and discipline that I had growing up, I wanted to reinforce that in David and Caleb. I'm very proud in the fact that David's music helps people look beyond what they're going through and helps them to overcome what issues that they're having.
I make music for the people to take whatever they need from it.
If God will not change
blood still works.
Wait, that's his daddy? Get out of here. That is his daddy? That ain't his. Wait a minute now. I knew he looked familiar. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's okay. I was looking at his dad and thinking to myself, he looked familiar. I don't forgot the name of his church, but that's the church he go to when he pastors at. So of course you knew. This go deeper than what people know. Yes, of course you knew your son was going to get arrested. Of course you knew what your son liked. Now it's giving questions. But, okay.
The blood still works, and the gospel is still in order. The gospel, I said the gospel is still in order. So take your popcorn messages, take your new ideas, take your amateur nights at the Apollo services, take them with you, because to hell you will go.
I don't know. Yes. Yes.
The church looks like a concert now, and it's full of superstars. The pastor is a celebrity.
Sir, your son not here with little girls. Your son was a whole celebrity. Your son was a celebrity, but you're talking about your co-workers, I say that are in the same thing with you, but he liked little girls. You around him, he got an entourage that know about this little girl and saying nothing.
And has an entourage wherever he goes. Groupies want to be in a circle, and the best seats in the church are reserved for Hollywood superstars. And divas.
Yes.
Something's wrong with that, because the Christian life is about denying oneself.
Someone say, I know it's a lot to unpack, but please help me out here. Yeah, that's what I said. Help me out here. Because how can you preach on something when your son is out here charged with... Child. Is this his mama?
I'll go out wide and keep you covered. You want to tap the door? Wait for me.
Child, this was last year. His family got swatted last year. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
David's mom, Colleen Berg, has been spotted shopping at a Texas pawn and gun store. She was seen leaving the Tomball Pawn and Jewelry near Houston on Thursday, holding an instruction manual for an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. She's the first person close to David to be seen since the news about Celeste broke. David's mom...
She protected herself. She said, y'all not finna run up on her. Yeah, they won't talk, but the brother say he's not supporting. He's not supporting at all. But y'all, that's all I have. I will be back live with some more stuff. I think I'm missing something. Oh, I am missing something. Is it this one? Yes, it is. I want y'all to take a look at this. His Instagram before I go. This is mighty strange, ain't it? What is that you see? What is that? That is a Hello Kitty. Hold on, let me add it so y'all can see it. That's a Hello Kitty. Who liked that Hello Kitty? Who loved Hello Kitty? Celeste. His last post was this. Withered Deluxe. He knew he was going out September 19th. Every song written exclusively on my phone is a passion project. I put together, so make sure I don't lose the raw emotional weight my music carries and how much it means to us all. Thank you to all my friends who collaborated with me on this and ate their verses up. And it says, I'm the only celebrity in the world that has been commenting on this. I am forever grateful to have such a platform to reach so many. I won't stop ever. Long live the angel Celeste. Thank you to everyone who believed from the start. Someone said, let's go. Can't wait, King. Okay. So a lot of people were on here. They filtered the comments, as you can see. You've really cooked for the little man. Congrats, you earned this. Someone said, breaking my heart. They filtered these comments. Bro is not getting through media training. They filtered these comments. You can't tell me he has 1.7 followers. And you cannot tell me that they said here it didn't. This is so effed when the Fort skirt drip. Yeah, you can't tell me that they didn't filter through this man comments. Exactly. I would have been out too. They filtered through his comments. They filtered through his comments because the comments, he has 1.7 followers. They filtered through the comments. They filtered through his comments. Look, can't wait, congrats. So everything that they have spammed him with about this girl, they have taken it down. The song that he had with another artist is taken down. They filtered his stuff and they made sure nobody could comment. He took down pictures of her as well. He had pictures of her. He took them down. He took them down. He had this song with Kaylee Uchis, and she, I believe that's null and void. Yeah, he took pictures of her and him down before he got locked up. Weirdo. Child. Well, I hope he enjoy it, child, because he gonna be somebody's girlfriend. I'm just being honest. And there was a lookalike in the video at the time. Let me play that, and then we're going to get up on out of here. This is the lookalike. That's the girl. That's the lookalike. Hair, everything. So he wrote this song about a 12-year-old. He also dated a girl named Celeste, so everything just seems so confused. So everybody think he was dating Celeste Herrera. He was not dating her. He was using her as a decoy. He did not. Hey, Keisha, I'm about to get up. You don't have to watch the replay, girl. Yeah, he did not date Celeste Herrera. He was really dating. It was in between, but he was using the other Celeste as a throw off because people was already finding out that he was dating that little girl. So, all right, y'all, that's all I have of that. I'll be back at 12:45 You guys can follow me on my Kick. I am not monetized and cannot be monetized on neither of my two channels until July 1st. So if you would like to support me on Kick and my Patreon, please let me know. I do have my Kick in let me put it again. I have it on the wall. I have it everywhere for you guys to support my Kick. Or you can support my Patreon. Let me sing y'all that, because I am going to upload some of this stuff to Patreon. Hold on. I want to give y'all my Patreon photo thing. Let me go to my... So... Oh, yeah. I'm trying to see how I can get y'all to get to my Patreon. It's new to me. I'm learning. Okay. I am learning. Is this it? I'm gonna put in a community post when I get to it. But I do have a Patreon, so I'm gonna put it up there for you guys as well. But as you heard me, yes, I don't know why they're doing it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why, but I do have a Patreon. I'm gonna post on my community wall. I think I did, and I have a kit. So you guys, you know. Yes, it's okay. So I'm just gonna push out content here to push you guys to Patreon and Kick, and that's where we're going to be at until then. So I just want you guys to know to do that. But if you want me to go live on TikTok, let me know. I'll start going live on TikTok. We can start doing all that just to build. But I'm just saying, I won't be on here as much. This is my last week on YouTube until July 1st. And you guys can go to Kick. We could do TikTok or Patreon. So let me know if you watch the replay. That's fine. Follow my Kick. If y'all want me to go live on TikTok and you want to subscribe to TikTok and you feel like TikTok is better, I could do TikTok and we could do Kick and I could put it on Patreon. But right now, I will not be here for after this week. So come and follow me there. If you need my TikTok, let me know. We will go live on TikTok off StreamYard. Just follow my TikTok and we'll build from there. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, he's going to Facebook. Yeah, people can come on here. Thank you. People come on here for, to be diverse, but you got people on here harassing and bullying people. You got people on here, showing their naked body and it's fine and they do nothing. So we're going to do just that. We're going to move forward. I will post my Patreon. I'm going to post if you guys would like Kick and TikTok, and we'll do that and I'll build from there. And then once July 1st come, we'll come back. I want to thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all at 12:45. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Later.